Very old principle from Chinese medicine, thousands of years ago. They stated, very simple principle: health is a flow of energy, and disease and pain is stuck energy or stagnation of energy. So when we make the energy flow, then people feel better mentally, emotionally, and physically. So it's really all about moving the energy, letting it flow so it doesn't get stuck. You see, when energy gets stuck in a joint or in anywhere in the body, the tissue gets dehydrated. There's not enough fluid and nutrients coming to the area, and so also toxins cannot go out of the area, and then you have a fertile ground for all these conditions with long names like arthritis, degenerative disc disease, and slip disc, and so forth and so forth and so forth. All these conditions show us one thing: there's too much tightness, there's not enough circulation, there's not enough space. So when the tissue gets dehydrated, there's not flexibility anymore, people feel tight, and it's also a fertile ground for all the different quote-unquote bugs, bacteria and so forth that can come to the area and feel very comfortable there and make it worse. So the thing is that it's not about fighting the bugs or fighting anyone. It's all about creating space. That's my ancient new paradigm for health, is all about creating space. And isn't that what we talk in quantum physics today? It's all about the space. You know, what is in the space, you know? And yet we have so much space in our body. If we take, I think I heard somewhere, 3 human beings, and just take the mass of these human beings, and we can, without the space, just the mass, we can put it on a pin of a needle. That's how little mass we are and how much more space we are. It's true. So it's the same when we look at this whole universe. It's the same thing. We have the stars, but mostly we have space in between everything. So what is this space? But even with all this space, we still get tight. Why? And so when we are able to make the space really be spacious, where we don't have to feel the tightness, we feel good, we feel happy, we feel joy. You know, we enjoy life, you know. So that's.
And what is your process? What is it that you do, like, to make the person's circulation get more flowing?
The process is special maneuvers that can be done with an instrument, can be done also without an instrument, but it's very special technique that let us get into the areas where it's really, really tight, and knowing where those areas are and feeling for them. That's the art or the greatness of this technique, which is actually very, very simple. It's not complicated at all, you know, but it's very specific. And so when we are able to get into a muscle knot, that sometimes people carry their muscle knot or their chip on the shoulders for many years, you know, and when we are able to get in there and resolve it, it feels such a release or relief for the person, because we got used to the way we carry ourselves for many years, and we learn to live with it. But there's no need to live with it. We can get rid of it by using this special technique that will get rid of the tension that is held in the soft tissue, even it's for many years, especially, for example, after people have been in accidents, in traumas, and they have a chronic muscle spasm developed in the area. And that's where, and often the chronic muscle spasm can be there for many, many years. And so with this technique, we are able to get in there and confuse that connection between the brain and the tight muscle, because it's the brain that holds the muscle tight, even for years. And then the brain lets go of the tight muscle and we achieve the results. So.
And how often do your clients come to you?
Most people don't need to, this is not the type of technique that needs to be done over and over and over again. I encourage people to, after the treatment, to take the responsibility for their health themselves. And if they do, and they are aware of their posture and of their body, they may not need to come back for a long time. How long? There are no rules. It's up to what people do with their body. So, if somebody is on the computer all day long, sitting like that, what do you think is going to happen? Of course they're going to get tight, you know, or any other activity that is causing the body to be in such a position, like being a dentist or a dental hygienist or being a hairstylist or being an aesthetician. There are many professions driving for many hours. There are many professions that keep our body in a twisted position, and then muscle get cramped and tight. So those people that, because of their activity or construction, are very tight, they may need to come more often than other people that don't have activities like that, you know. So it depends, but generally speaking, you know, this treatment, just to give it an example, often people, you know, takes a year until they feel, well, maybe I could use another treatment, you know. So it's not the kind of treatment that one needs to do every week or twice a week for the next 5 years. This is not what we're talking about. This is a treatment that can be done once in a long while, and so forth. When there are some problems that really severe, then one may need, and we need to localize, you know, some other areas in the body, like the shoulder joints, the people that have a frozen shoulder, or a knee problem, or a severe hip problem. Those people may need more treatment. But most people otherwise, with one treatment, will have amazing results that will last them for a long time.
Are there any people who feel pain afterwards?
There is, after the treatment, the possibility of what we call, because it is a natural treatment, there is a possibility of what we call a healing reaction, which means that after we create the space, people may feel a little bit sore for a few days after the treatment from the work, which is different than the aches and pains they had before the treatment. So let me give you an example. If one did not exercise for a long time, and then they go and exercise or swim or walk or whatever, then the next day most likely muscles will be sore. A lot of lactic acid has been released. So This is the kind of soreness that I'm talking about, that similar soreness, because a lot of it is released, and it's only for a short time, and then after that the person feels better and better and better and better. But it's nothing to be so severe that it's going to take you out of the things that you do daily, you know. Just a little bit soreness, and not everybody even experiences it, but I'm mentioning it because it's a possibility that some people can experience that.
Is there anything else you want to say about your treatment?
Yeah, another thing that we include in the treatment is that most people, from being in a bad posture for many, many years, have their discs slipped out a little bit, and the discs become damaged, and then you have your chronic back pain and sciatica that affect, perhaps according to the statistics, 83% of the adult population,